November 24th, 1971. An ordinary man boarded a flight to Seattle using the name Dan Cooper. He wore a business suit, carried a briefcase, and looked like any other passenger. Minutes after takeoff, he quietly handed a note to a flight attendant. It read, "I have a bomb." Hours later, he walked away with $200,000, 4 parachutes, and a mystery that has lasted for more than 50 years. This is the unbelievable story of the only skyjacker who disappeared without a trace. On the afternoon of November 24th, 1971, the man calling himself Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. He appeared calm, polite, and completely ordinary. No one on board could have imagined they were about to witness one of the greatest unsolved crimes in American history. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. This time, she read it. The message was simple and terrifying. He claimed he had a bomb. When she sat beside him, he quietly opened his briefcase just enough for her to see what appeared to be red cylinders connected by wires. There was no panic in his voice. He simply explained what he wanted: $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. The FBI and local authorities had no choice but to cooperate. While the aircraft circled in the sky, the ransom money was collected and the parachutes were delivered. Once the plane landed, Cooper released all 36 passengers, along with 2 flight attendants. Only the captain, the first officer, the flight engineer, and 1 remaining flight attendant stayed on board. Then, Cooper gave his final instructions. The plane would fly toward Mexico at a low altitude, with its landing gear partially lowered and the rear staircase ready to be opened during flight. It was an unusual request, but the Boeing 727 was one of the few aircraft capable of doing exactly that. As night fell, heavy rain and strong winds swept across the Pacific Northwest. Somewhere over the forests of Washington state, a warning light suddenly appeared inside the cockpit. It indicated that the rear staircase had been lowered. A few minutes later, the aircraft shook violently. Cooper was gone. He had jumped into the darkness, carrying $200,000 strapped to his body. No one saw him leave. No one knew exactly where he landed. An enormous search operation began almost immediately. Soldiers, helicopters, divers, aircraft, and FBI agents searched forests, rivers, and mountains for weeks. They found no parachute, no body, and almost no evidence. Years later, a young boy discovered a small bundle of the ransom money buried along the banks of the Columbia River. The serial numbers matched perfectly, but the discovery only deepened the mystery. Did D.B. Cooper survive the jump? Or did he disappear forever into the wilderness? More than 50 years later, no one knows the answer. The file is closed, but the mystery continues. Subscribe to the archive files for more untold stories. Until next time.